Mickey and Kevin were really close and good friends. I never saw any hostilities between them.
Residents in Letcher County are struggling to cope with a shooting involving two of its most prominent citizens. District Judge Kevin Mullins is dead after authorities say the county sheriff shot and killed him in the judge's chambers on Thursday. Many residents have told WHAS 11 they have nothing but praise for them both. Residents also said the two worked closely to help people who struggled with substance abuse to get the treatment they need and were leaders in addressing the opioid crisis.
These were two great pillars of the community that we have now, in a sense, lost. This is just one of those things you're just waiting to wake up from the nightmare, but because you never dream that anything like this is ever going to happen in your small town, especially Whitesburg. And here we are, and you just don't know where to turn from one moment to the next.
According to the Letcher County Circuit Court clerk, Judge Mullins and County Sheriff Sean Steins were together shortly before noon on Thursday. The clerk said the two seemed to be having an ordinary interaction and were planning to get lunch together. WHAS 11's Isaiah Kim Martinez and senior photojournalist Alyssa Newton spoke with attorneys and former judges here in Louisville who are also still processing this news.
Well, it didn't take long for attorneys and former judges here in Louisville to hear about this news, disturbed by the fact that this kind of violence could happen in the courthouse, a place they say they almost always feel safe.
Not only affects judges, it affects the court system as a whole.
Retired District Court Judge Janice Martin, like so many who've worked in the judicial system across Kentucky, is deeply troubled by the violence that played out in that Eastern Kentucky courthouse.
I'm very saddened and horrified about the event because I'm sure that's a very traumatic event for all of those people that were involved.
Letcher County District Judge Kevin Mullins shot and killed in his own chambers, and authorities believe it was the sheriff, Sean Steins, who pulled the trigger and shot him multiple times. Investigators are trying to confirm a motive. Matt Butler, the state prosecutor for the area, on Facebook sharing his personal connection to the judge.
His daughters are my nieces, and that my two oldest kids are his niece and nephew.
There are questions surrounding a federal lawsuit against Sheriff Steins, accused of turning a blind eye to one of his deputies sexually abusing a woman in that same judge's chambers.
It would be a locked area, and only the judge and his staff would have access to that.
Mullins died at the scene, and Steins surrendered to authorities. A KSP spokesperson says the sheriff is charged with first-degree murder. Isaiah Kim Martinez, WHAS 11, on your side.
Kentucky Attorney General Russell Coleman says his office will work with a Commonwealth's attorney in London, Kentucky, as the special prosecutor in this case.